One of the things that I look at in my role as head of art collections at UCL is how the needs of our audiences, our students, are changing in response to the technology that we're seeing and the expansion of online experiences. And that means taking a leap into the virtual realm. We excel in the work that we do with the collections in exhibition-led learning and research. This is a mode of inquiry that is very much object-based. And so we need to explore solutions that can help us do this, bridging the virtual and the physical realm. Our partners on the project are colleagues in the UCL Centre for Advanced Spatial Analysis at the Bartlett School of Architecture. They're experts at all things virtual and are teaching the next generation of developers who are shaping the metaverse.
My name is Jason McEwen. I'm a professor of astrophysics at UCL, and I'm also founder and CEO of the startup company Kagenova. So we've been developing technology to analyze 360 photos and videos for quite some time now, primarily to analyze astrophysical data to answer some of these big questions about the universe. But they've also been used in other areas recently, in medical imaging and in seismology. And we established the company Kagenova to leverage our background and expertise in this area to see how we could address some of the open questions in VR.
All our work with our collections is collaborative, whether that's in teaching or in research or in exhibitions. And so we have a lot of experience working with researchers across many different disciplines, including in the sciences.
My name's Leah Lovett. I am an artist and a senior research fellow in connected environments at the Centre for Advanced Spatial Analysis, and I take a lead on engagement and outreach for the department.
I'm Valerio Signorelli. I'm a lecturer in connected environment at the Centre for Advanced Spatial Analysis, and my research focuses on the interfaces between digital and physical environment, considering their temporal, spatial, and sensory dimensions.
So although VR headsets are becoming more widely available, they remain out of reach for many people. So there are kind of barriers to access in terms of what technologies people are able to use. Many people that we work with will access AR and VR experiences via screen, which obviously does not give the full immersive experience.
One of the things that we learned from the pandemic was that we actually have a remote audience. We have a very small space, which has a capacity for up to 25 people at any given time. We have over 10,000 works of art, and we are a largely stored collection. And because of that, that makes us particularly interested and have huge investment in seeing how we can bridge those experiences and leverage them in the virtual world. When students come to the museum here at UCL, their experience with the collections is a browsing experience. We want to provide a similar experience for the students who are accessing remotely.
Remarkably, there's quite a deep connection between astrophysics and virtual reality, in particular the types of data that are acquired. So in astrophysics, we look out over the night sky, over the celestial sphere, and we acquire essentially 360 data, 360 photos and videos that we want to analyze to answer these fundamental questions about our universe. In virtual reality, we have omnidirectional cameras that capture panoramic photos and videos. And again, now we have 360 data, 360 photos and videos that we'd like to analyze. So with Copernic 360, we try to address the problem with today's 360 VR video where you cannot move. So the camera was just at one fixed viewpoint, and so that's the only view you have available in VR. If the user physically moves, they don't move in the virtual world, they remain frozen to the same position. So with Copernic 360, we now synthesize motion in the VR video such that the physical motion is reflected in the virtual world. So this provides two significant benefits. Firstly, it gets rid of the biggest cause of motion sickness in today's experiences by ensuring that the visual system and the body's sense of balance remain in harmony. And two, it just provides for a much more realistic experience. If you move physically in the real world, then that motion is reflected in the virtual environment.
In recent years, the technology used to consume but also to create a digital environment and digital content that become more accessible and more affordable. So that means that the small museums and art collection can take action, can build, control new interactive experiences for their users.
We have been in touch with course leaders across UCL who in various ways incorporate modules that look at VR technologies in their teaching. And we are really excited to get feedback from our students here at the university. We will be hosting the experience on a VR headset within UCL's Art Museum. And we'll be asking questions about how the students experience the technology and whether they discover anything through the interactive experience that they might not otherwise get from looking at the art objects directly.